Welcome back everyone to my Shrewsbury Town career on FM16. We start today's episode with the FA Cup third round draw. As you know, we won this competition last season, so who are we going to be facing first this year in hopes of actually retaining the trophy? Going to go for the automatic draw. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Swansea right first then. They'll be at home at the Liberty Stadium against Preston. Up next is West Brom at home to Stoke. West Brom in the Championship this year. Leeds at home to Newcastle United, big fixture there. Out next, Newport County. Oh, it would have been a good fixture, but screw this with the automatic draw. It's taking too long. Brentford against Wolves. Aston Villa at home to West Ham. Derby against Reading. When are we out? Cambridge, Sheffield Wednesday. QPR will be playing at home against Coventry. Liverpool, I bet this is us. No, we're not making the trip to Anfield then, thankfully. Plymouth or Notts County will get Crawley or Grimsby. Charlton at home to Shrewsbury Town. Alright, we're going to be making the trip to the Valley against League... Oh no, they were in the Championship. I thought they were in League 1. The last time we played Charlton was in League 1. And I think I'm right in saying that... Let's have a look. Charlton have been drawn as a home team with tie. It is well worth noting that Shrewsbury have not lost to Charlton in the last two meetings between the two sides. So hopefully if that's anything to go by, then we're looking at a fourth round place in the FA Cup, but form goes out the window, doesn't it, in the FA Cup? Right, in the last episode we finished up with that game at home to Manchester United in the Capital One Cup fourth round. Unfortunately we got knocked out with that 2-0 loss. Then we went on to draw 1-1 against Brighton at home in the Premier League, a game that we really should have been winning, especially considering the amount of money I put into the team in the transfer window. But we went on to, on the Thursday evening, to beat Sturm Graz in the Europa League. 3-0 there, very convincing. Then we started to pick up some steam because we went on to beat Leicester at the King Power Stadium there. 3-0. Christian Teo, Danny Ings both getting on the score sheet. And then we beat West Ham 2-1 in the Premier League. Bonner scoring an own goal. Christian Teo once again getting on the score sheet for Shrewsbury Town. And then we drew 3-3 against Dynamo Kiev. This is a real edge of your seat, nail-biting ride at home for the Shrewsbury Town fans and also myself. Christian Teo getting both goals. But we did have to come from behind because they shocked us by scoring 2 goals in the space of a couple of minutes after kick-off. And Christian Teo brought us from behind. So we got a point there for our group stage in the Europa League. You'll notice as well that Jason Leutwiler did come in to replace Mattia Perrin, who got injured in, I don't think it was any of the games actually, which I played off camera. I think he got injured in training and he's going to be out for at least 2-3 months. So Jason Leutwiler having to come in and take that number 1 goalkeeping spot. And then that bit of form that we picked up over those 3 games was short-lived because then we went on to lose against Bournemouth and Swansea recently, losing 3-2 there at home. Oh, it's not going well for Shrewsbury Town this season. And up next we've got Real Sociedad in the final group stage game of this season's Europa League. So this is how the league table looks at the moment. We are 13th in the league. It's not where I wanted to be at this stage in December. Well, it's the busiest time of the season now, December. Fixtures are going to be coming in thick and fast, and we're just floating around just outside that relegation zone. And it's, as I say, it's not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be challenging for the title this season. I mean, look at where we finished last year, 4th in that Champions League spot. We just wasn't able to qualify for the Champions League, obviously, but it's not where I want to be. Whereas our form in this season's Europa League hasn't been too bad. We are top of our group, level on points with Sociedad. If we can beat Sociedad, then we can win the group. But we are going to be playing away, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge. Considering our last 2 results in the Premier League, morale's going to be a bit low. But I'm hoping for the best. We've got Lionel Cole out injured also. I mean, just look at this. Look at what I'm going to have to deal with for this game. So, to start off with, we've got Todd Kane out suspended. He's banned for 1 European game, a game that we need to be winning. Reece Oxford is suspended for 1 European game. Courtney House is suspended for 1 European game. The list just goes on. And not to mention, Luis Alberto's unregistered. Lionel Cole is out injured, still got 3 to 5 weeks left until he's expected back to full training. Marcus Rashford unregistered. So is Jordan Clark. Perrin out injured. How long's he out for? 3 to 5 weeks. Oh my god, that I have such a struggle on my hands at the moment, and it'll be amazing if I can really turn our form around with so many key players out injured or suspended. Let's see how we get on against Real Sociedad first. We've got to take it one match at a time, I suppose. The team sheets are in then for this final group stage game in this season's Europa League. We need to win it if we want to be going into the knockout stages. I have been warned pre-match by Mickey Mellon, the former Shrewsbury manager, to watch out for Joel, who does start for Sociedad today. They've got Ilan Mendy, who starts in central midfield. They've got Della Bella at the left back. Mignolet starts in goal as well. I think we can get a good result here. I mean, we did in the reverse fixture. I've gone with Immobile up front. You know about all the suspensions and injuries that we've got. We're really at bare bones at the moment. Igalo having to start central attack in mid-roll. Kante and Reed in central midfield. Pennington coming in to replace Kane. Granderson in to replace Oxford. And Ruiz in to replace Courtney House. Right, let's just get on with the game. Let's see how we do. You can see morale isn't where I want it to be either. Because when morale is poor, or very poor, you're not going to get results that you want. But anyway, here we go. Let's hope for the best. Let's have a good performance. A draw will be enough to get us through into the knockout stages. But I want to win. I want to win, even though it's going to be a tough ask, especially away from home. And as expected, they are controlling possession. Just under 10 minutes gone. Think about changing that to control. There we go. Gonna throw here. Bailey. Back to Ruiz. Granderson now. Out wide to Nani. He's cutting inside it. Oh my god. What is going on there? Lack of communication between Igalo and Kante in central midfield there. Suso whips it in. And it's Joel who makes it 1-0 to Real Sociedad. And as it stands, we drop down to second. All depends on the other fixture that's being played at the moment between Sturm Graz and Dynamo Kiev. But Joel on that score sheet. I was warned by Mickey Mellon before the match to keep an eye out for him. And we failed to do that as we find ourselves trailing. Igalo now. Back to Ruiz. Come on, whip it in. Bit of quality. Immobile. And it's Nani! Nani with the equaliser. Instant reply for Shrewsbury Town. And that will put us right back to the top of our group then, if it stays this way. And keeping in mind of the other fixture that's been played at the moment. What a finish though from Nani. Good stuff. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced by our performance. I mean, I know we're at the half-hour mark, but we're not performing well. It seems to be so many errors all over the pitch. Miscommunication as well between my players as well. They don't seem to be... there's no cohesion. No cohesion at all. So the players to concentrate. And Garlo and Kante on a yellow now. Teo. It's our only bit of flair we've got in the side, it seems, in this game. That's out to Martin. Look at Martin. Makes it look so easy. Powering through our defence. Doesn't look good at all as Real Sociedad are knocking on the door, and he's gone for goal. And Lou Weiler with two incredible saves, great reactions as it's still 1-1. So we're only a couple of seconds away from that final whistle. If we can just hang in there, we could just be into the knockout stages of the Europa League. That should be it. Pennington taking his time with the throw. And are we going to get the final whistle? Yeah, there we go. So we are into the knockout stages of the Europa League. Best thing I've accomplished so far this season. But we've only just about managed to do it as well, because we've ended level on points with Real Sociedad. Dynamo Kiev, with a 7-0 win over Sturm Graz at home, could have easily have pipped us out of the knockout stages. This is where it gets even tougher from here on out now for Shrewsbury Town, as we're about to have the first knockout round draw today. We've got the second knockout round draw as well, who will find out who will play after if we do get past this stage. So who's in the hat? I mean, you've got the likes of Roma, Sevilla, Sporting Lisbon, Torino, who won the competition last season. Chelsea are in the hat as well. So is Borussia Mönchengladbach. Out first then is Frosnon against Bordeaux. I think I pronounced that first team wrong. Marseille will play Roma at home. Good fixture there. Real Sociedad, who we've just drawn against, will play PSV. Copenhagen will play at home to AC Milan. Got Austria away against Dnipro. There's some teams here I'm just not going to even bother pronouncing. Braga at home then to Shrewsbury Town. Ooh, not bad. Not bad at all. I think I'm happy with that. I think we might be able to get past Braga, and the first leg will be played away as well, so we've got that slight advantage there. There is the confirmation. Shrewsbury draw Braga in the Europa League, which will be played Thursday 20th of Feb. We haven't made the Champions League just yet. But Braga, they are third in the Portuguese Premier League at the moment. And I've never actually played against them in the Shrewsbury Town save, so it will most certainly be a bit of an unknown. Up next in the Premier League then, we are at home to Norwich, who are doing pretty well to be honest. So they find themselves in 7th, but they come up against an underperforming Shrewsbury Town side. Jonathan Vieira there with some player analysis. Who does he play for? Fulham. He actually plays for Fulham. That's quite an interesting one. Liverpool have sacked Conte. Antonio Conte has gone as Liverpool manager. And for the next episode anyway, I will probably come back for that game against Liverpool actually, at home. I think that would be an interesting fixture. It all depends on our form leading up to it. I mean, we are in December now. Look at the games that we've got to play. We've got Norwich next, Manchester United, Man City, Manchester United, Everton. Then we finish up, well, Everton's start of the new year. And then we've got Liverpool. So that will probably be the next episode then against Liverpool. And then the episode after that, we'll play those 2 games against Braga in the knockout stages. Right then, guys, that's it for this episode. Hope you've all enjoyed. And I'll see you all soon for the next one.